programs that can help you land a good job and improve your quality of life.
I like Harcum and Debbie because I can continue my education.
The teachers are great. The atmosphere is great.
It's all possible through iLead and Harcum.
Call now or check out our Facebook page at Harcum College at Deliverance Evangelistic Church.
Hello, everybody.
We are Vogel from the Fox News Channel. How are you? Hey, I wanted to tell you about a great event, a virtual book fair from the PIC TV network. This is going to be a monthly TV virtual book fair. It is for all book authors and all readers and people of all ages. It's going to be really fantastic. For dates and times, you want to call 215-609-5255, and then you want to go online and click and play www.thepictvnetwork.com. So David Evans is the president of PIC TV, and he has done a bang-up job with this. This is something really special. So I really encourage you, if you like books, you want to check this out. And a big congratulations to David Evans and the PIC TV network for putting this amazing event together. God bless, and have a wonderful event.
Hey, my name is Sean Patrick Thomas. And I just want to let you know that the PIC TV network is on Roku, and they're hosting a monthly TV virtual book fair with book authors and readers from all around the world. For dates and times, call 215-609-5255 or go to www.thepictvnetwork.com. My brother David Evans is the president. David, great job, man. Take care.
Hello, everybody. This is David Evans from Washington, D.C. Once again, we're happy for the #1 show on PIC TV Network, which is the TV Virtual Book Fair. Yay. And I'm so happy today. We have some book authors here today once again to come on. And I want to thank our authors who are with us today, who are going to showcase their books on the PIC TV Network Virtual Book Fair Marathon. You know, we had this book fair. We're having it every month, first of all. And I want to thank all of the promotions that we receive from people from all over the world. And also, we always welcome our audience that's watching with us, our international audience. We want to say thank you and welcome with us Brazil, France, Colombia, Mexico, Panama, Paris, Peru, Argentina, Egypt, Canada. Burke is there and his wonderful wife, Ireland. West Africa, the Queen is there. United Kingdom, Australia, Teresa is there. Germany, Dennis is there. And the United States, you are here. We have interpreters all over the world through Roku, the #1 streaming device in the world. And I'm excited. So we're going to get into our book fair today. Hey, you want to chat in? You can chat in right now. Share this information with somebody on our social media platforms. You're watching the PIC TV Network Book Fair, folks. We're excited for all of you. Now, we're going to have our special guest today to introduce themselves. And I'm going to start with Brother Terrence. Terrence, hello today. Tell them who you are and where you're from.
My name is Terrence Stephen Lake, and I'm from Southfield, Michigan. I did live in Windsor, Ontario, Canada for 28 years, but I moved back to Southfield in 2010. And I'm the author of the book, God's Child.
Wow, thank you. All right. We're going to move it on down to North Carolina. Come on, Jerry, tell us who you are.
My name is Trina Bruna Jerry, and I am an author. I live in Statesville, North Carolina, and I have written a book called God's Perspective Keys to Having Healthy Relationships and Living an Abundant Life.
Wow, thank you. We're going to move it on down to Georgia. Hey, come on, Linda, tell everybody who you are.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Linda Robertson. I bring you greetings from the Atlanta, Georgia area, and I am a soon-to-be published author. I'm writing some books on relating to coaching, the importance of coaching, and not just the importance of coaching, but why it's so important that people need to see coaches to help them in life. So thank you so much.
And we're going to talk about your new show coming on the PIC TV network. Now let's go into the managers. These people, folks, are then on PIC TV Network, and they are managers and also book authors. And I'm so happy to have everybody knows Dr. Kimberly and her daughter. Kimberly, tell her who you are from the cold place of Wisconsin.
Thanks, Dr. David. I am Dr. Kimberly Clayton. I am claiming the title of God's author. I have the It's Praying Time series, and the title of my book featuring today is Praying Time, What You Need to Know About Prayer Intercession. And like Dr. David said, I am one of the PIC TV managers. I help keep the 60 channels going. Okay, back to you, Dr. David.
Hey, thank you. And we're going to go over to Melvise, Colorado. Melvise, tell everybody who we are.
Hello, everybody. I'm Melvise. I am the owner of Written Words Publishing. I'm an editor and a ghostwriter, publisher. You know, we have Custom Apparel, and I'm here to support all of the authors. I just love Christian books, religious books. I've edited and ghostwritten quite a few. So I'm just here to add my 2 cents.
Hey, thank you. And we have the great Lady of Wisdom with us today. Lady of Wisdom, tell everybody who you are.
I am Dr. Carolyn Coleman, aka the Lady of Wisdom. I am the author, along with my daughter, of Mama's Book of Prayers, Journal, and Workbook. We're from Jackson, Mississippi. At least I am. She's in Atlanta, Georgia. And we are so proud to be a part of PIC TV business management team. And we are here to help you guys make your dreams come true and to showcase it on PIC TV. Back to you, Dr. Evans.
Thank you. And Lady Wisdom, she has her own channel, folks, channel 999, 24 hours a day. You can see her. And if you would like to be on that show, she's going to tell you how you can do that. Let's get into this book fair presentation today. Well, I want to start with Dr. Kimberly. So we're going to talk about your book. And first of all, I want to say, Dr. Kimberly, thank you for being a book author and what you did last month for the kids. My heart still is going out because you dedicated books along with the Lady of Wisdom, Melvise, and others to the kids down in Texas. Why did you do that, first of all?
Oh, yes. To let the people you've already know that we are standing with them, that we were deeply concerned and still are about, what had happened at the school and everything. So we wanted to know that we are praying for them and that they are definitely in our thoughts.
Yeah, when I look at your book, it's Praying Time. It's on the screen now. What you need to know about prayer and intercession. What better time to talk about that than now? I'm still kind of emotional when we talked about last month, and I don't know what God's going to do even in helping more, but we want to do more to help the teachers, the families. There's many people who lost loved ones, and kids down there who have brothers and sisters, and they still have birthdays. We want to adopt a family, but talk about It's Praying Time, and this book is right on time for what's going on today.
Yes, yep. God told me that I had to write a book about prayer intercession, and he wanted to make sure that people knew how to intercede effectively, because sometimes, there's steps, there's terminology, there's different things that sometimes that we have not always been taught consistently about prayer. And so he had me to write this book. It is very simple to understand. Any terms and different things, any words that are, maybe not as familiar, I make sure to explain that and keep it simple for people so that they can grasp it, so that they're able to put what they're learning into practice right away. Because we can see the times that we're in, it's getting harder to make it in life if you don't have a solid prayer life. It will be very difficult. And so God knows prayer is a passion of mine. And so I take it as an honor and a privilege to be able to carry out the assignment that he has given me.
Yeah, I was in a rehab location on this week, and we got a clip of that. And there was a lot of people there who have limbs that are gone. A lot of people there in wheelchairs again. And I bought some books up there. Lady Wisdom helped me to get this idea together. And I was like, Lady Wisdom, what are we going to do with some of these books? He said, just take them up to the rehab place and put them on the counter. And they said, please give us some of these books. And I took one of your books up there, and the man was so happy to get it. He was like, I need this. I'm happy to have this book. I want to show everybody that segment before we leave. But your book is so important. It's right on time. And people can get a copy of this book. It's Praying Time, What You Need to Know About Prayer and Intercession. And we want to thank Written Words Publishing, Mel Beast was on with us to help get it out there to the world.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. And I want to say thank you to you and your daughter, and happy belated birthday to her. Being on PIC TV Network, you've been in the book fair. We can't get enough of these books out for prayer. It's so important when we see so much going on in our world, even in what happened yesterday in Washington, D.C. at the Supreme Court. I don't want to get into that, Roe versus Wade and all of that, but we need to have more books like this, a prayer. And I want to thank you for getting it, folks. This is the way you can get in touch with Dr. Kimberly. And Dr. Kimberly, tell everybody again, will you send a copy to them? Will you autograph a copy? I have my copy over here.
Yes, Dr. David. So if they want to, I want to make it known to people, I have shifted this book from Amazon. I am now with the awesome Mel V's, the written word publishing.com/Kimberly-Clayton is right there on the banner. You can pre-order a hard copy of the book, but we also have the ebook available. So I'm so excited about that, to be able to work with Mel V's and Written Word Publishing. If you want to email me at itsprayingtime2020@gmail.com, you can get an autographed copy that way. Again, that's itsprayingtime2020@gmail.com. And that's all one word, and there's no apostrophe in it.
I want to bring in some of our guests today on the screen. How did you enjoy this interview with the author, the great author today? How did you enjoy her presentation?
I thought it was wonderful. I appreciate what she has done to help not just the body of Christ of giving a book regarding prayer, but everyone needs prayer. Prayer is certainly needed in today's time. So thank you so much for writing that book of prayer and intercession. And I know it's going to be help to a lot of different people.
Wow. Thank you so much. Let's get to, how did you enjoy her presentation today, Terrence?
I enjoyed it. You know, prayer with action, you can't beat it. We need it.
Wow. Thank you. Kim, you can unmute your microphone. You're getting a lot of love. And let's bring Trina in. Trina, how did you enjoy the presentation with Kimberly today?
I enjoyed the presentation because prayer is so important. We are asked to pray without ceasing and pray one for another that we be healed. So prayer is an essential part of our life. It should be, because he said to pray always. So I enjoyed it, and just enjoy all the books about prayer.
Wow, that's amazing. We got our virtual audience popping in also, saying look forward to reading your book. Thank you, Dr. Coleman. Always thank you. Don saying love you. Kimberly, you got a lot of people out there giving you a lot of love. And let's go to Written Words Publishing. This is the person who helped you to get this book from Amazon to Written Words Publishing. So how did you feel about your book author today, Written Words Publishing, Melvise?
Oh, Kimberly is great. It's been so great working with her. I'm very excited to be a part of her endeavor to help her book reach the world, because it's definitely time for prayer. And a lot of people don't know we do need to intercede for others. For those people that aren't currently saved, God doesn't hear their voice. They need us to pray for them. She did a very good job in laying out the different types of prayer, why you should pray, how you should pray, when you should pray. It's awesome. It's awesome. So I'm extremely grateful that Written Words Publishing is part of helping her book reach the world. Hallelujah.
Thank you. Hey, folks, you're watching the PIC TV Network. Our special presentation is going on. Our book fair number 7 here right now. Number 7 is here. I'm excited for you. Now, we're going to go on to our next book author that we have today with us. And I want to say thank you again to, well, let's stay with the Written Words Publishing since you're with us today. Melvise, you are on our team. You're part of PIC TV Network's family. Let's talk about what you do for people and when it comes to writing their books and helping them to get it out there.
Well, I am here to help independent authors produce 5-star material, professional 5-star material for a very affordable price with, one-on-one interaction with my authors. They will always be able to get me on the phone. We do Zoom, text messages, email, correspondence, any type of way that we need to communicate so that in the end, the finished product is a 5-star material and it's the way the author wants it to be. I offer my input in regards to when it comes to the editing, but in the end, the final decision is theirs. And then also with the ghostwriting, there are some people who have a book in them and they don't have the time to write it or they don't know how to write it. So they, supply us with the details and, we write the book for them. So it's just really been an awesome experience over the past 4 years now. And it's just amazing. So I'm extremely grateful to be able to help authors like Kimberly and other authors to get their book out there and help them reach the world. It's part of God's plan for me. I truly believe it's part of God's plan for me to help authors get their word out there. I mean, not only just authors, Christian authors, religious authors, for some reason, and I don't think it's a mistake, I keep getting approached by pastors and ministers and men and women of God to either edit, ghostwrite, or publish their book. So I'm pretty sure that is not by accident. That's all part of God's plan. So I'm just here to do what He has, the work that He has put on me.
Well, thank you. I love your humble spirit. This must be something in Denver, Colorado. When I come there, I want to see those big mountains up there and celebrate with you. You're on our PIC TV Network team. Folks, you watch the PIC TV Network TV Virtual Book Fair Marathon right here on PIC TV Network. We interview book authors and you can get their books. Also, you can get in touch with our presenters today. And we are so happy today for Written Words Publishing, helping to get the books out to the world. Not just Amazon, we have our own, and we're going to support our own. This is our version of it right there.
Yeah.
And I want to ask our team, I want to bring Jerry up. How proud of you when you see somebody's helping people to get their books out there like this, Jerry, when you see somebody like Melvise pushing to help other authors?
I'm so proud because there's so many people that want to write. They don't know what the steps are and there's many things that we don't know what to do, the formatting and all of that may need help with. So the Written Word Publishing can help them to know the steps to writing a book. And so that's what that will help. And so that's I'm so proud to know that we have so many people wanting to let people know, just write your book, tell your story. Tell your story, and then, write it. Some people write to heal. Some people is writing for many different reasons. Some people write just to be able to have some reference about their life for themselves. So I just really appreciate and all the book authors that are helping others to get their information out.
Lady of Wisdom, how do you feel when you see an African American young lady, Mel V's, Wittenworth Publishing? I'm not saying she's going up against Amazon, but she's helping people to get their books out there. And how do you feel when you see an African American, like one of our own, and she's one of the team managers on our team too. So, Lady Wisdom, talk about that for a second.
It's an honor to, even before I became a part of the PIC TV team, I had an opportunity to see Mel V's and to see how she had helped so many people. And I'm just honored because, one, the author's voice needs to be acknowledged. We need to have women of color doing what Mel V's is doing, and she's doing a fantastic job. And I have to put this part in there. Mel V's is concerned about the authors. She's not trying to rip them off to gain money. She's trying to encourage them, and at the same time say this is an investment, because I love the statement, the fact that has to always be stated, Mel V's, and I know you know it well. Your book is a legacy. It's going to live on long after you're gone. So to have someone with credibility like Mel V's working on your book and mentoring you to bring the best out is a wonderful thing. I'm proud of her, and I'm so grateful for her ability to share and be honest and just be an honest broker in this business, because there are not a lot of honest brokers, to be honest.
Thank you, Lady Wisdom. Always a blessing to have you on our team. And Kimberly, I know you're so proud. You're beaming like a spotlight, because you see the person to leave from Amazon and to start working with Wittenworth Publishing, which is our own. That's big. That's big to the world.
Yeah.
What made you do that, Kim? What made you do that?
I just kept watching how many people were linking up with Mel V's. I got to check out the website when Dr. Celeste Blow's book came out, and I liked what I saw there. I liked, Dr. Lady of Wisdom. Dr. Lady of Wisdom has said, Dr. Carolyn, she's concerned about us. She's not trying to rip us off. She's looking out for our very best interests. And so like I said, I'll definitely be recommending people to her as well, that when they're ready, let's stick with Mel V's, because I have more books that I will definitely be transitioning from Amazon. So I was doing step by step. We're getting the very first one out there. And so, yeah, I'm excited. And Mel V's is just awesome. And I have the ebook now. And I'm just over the moon about that. And she knows the best way. She knows the pitfalls, falls, and all that other stuff to avoid and not to get trapped in. So I'm just over the moon to be with Written Words Publishing. And then I have my own web page on her site. And so I'm excited about that too. And it looks so good. And I mean, she's just got the spirit of excellence. And so when you have it, you recognize it in others. And so I'm thankful that God has united me with another eagle in the spirit. Thank God for you, Mel V's.
Hey folks, you watch the PIC TV network. We have a special presentation going on. We're interviewing book authors, and the book authors are showcasing their books. We just heard from our team, PIC TV network managers. Now we're going to go into some interviews with our special guest today, who's going to be on for the first time on our network. And I want to bring in the wonderful Jerry. She's here today. Jerry, we are so happy to have you on PIC TV network. This is your first time on. We're going to talk about your book. We're going to talk about who you are, so just talk about you and your book for a minute.
Like I said, my name is Trina Bruna Jerry, and I have written a book called God's Perspective Keys to Having Healthy Relationships and Living an Abundant Life. This is my book. I just wrote the book to help us to know by the word of God how to have great relationships. First of all, knowing how important it is to have a relationship with God. So the book tells a little bit about my life experiences far as relationships with like my mother, friends, and just certain instances. I've had supernatural experiences that I talk about in the book, and many, other things. I talk about just many different chapters I have in the book to let people know that we can have the best relationships with everyone, even starting with our children, because the word says to train up a child in the way that they should go. And when they grow old, they will not depart from it. So I have overview of perspective. I have forgiveness, mastering emotions. I have the supernatural encounters I've had, getting to know God, requirements to spiritual growth, breaking the patterns of unhealthy relationships, the importance of the truth, because we should always tell the truth, a rock solid mindset, and breaking the pattern of unhealthy relationships. I started writing because a friend of mine was talking about how she was treated. And it's always a good thing to treat people. God said, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And so he said, and treat others as if you're doing it unto him. And so I've just written the book because of those certain things.
Wow, that's amazing. I always enjoy your presentations when we talk a lot, and put your book back up there for a minute. Folks, you want to get this book. It's a word of encouragement, inspiration, and those who are watching right now, she's going to come back on for a spotlight on PIC TV Network also. But I love people who are inspirational, folk who are sharing their gift to the world. God's perspective on abundant life. We need that today. There's so many people going through, and they need help, and we need to get closer to God. And we got saying great cover. Mel V's says great cover. Wow. And it's important for us to share this information to the world. I want to bring Terrence up. Terrence, how did you enjoy the presentation today by this queen?
Oh, she did a wonderful job, very inspiring, and I like what Carolyn talked about, the Lady of Wisdom, how some of these publishing companies rip people off. And you've got, the word publishing, that's what we need. Somebody that's going to look out for our interests and be fair and honest, because there's so many corrupt publishing companies out there. I went through 3 of them that didn't do me right, and it's just nice to know that there's someone that's honest and trying to do the right thing.
That's good stuff right there. I want to thank you for just those words of encouragement. Dr. Linda, how did you like the presentation today from Trina?
Oh, I loved it. And I particularly like the name of your book, God's Perspective, Keys to Building. And you didn't just say relationships, you said healthy relationships and living an abundant life. And that is so important. The keys and the chapter headlines that you were reading, as you were reading them, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so critical. The society, people need that today. So I know that's a great read. I know it's going to help a lot of people. And thank you for allowing yourself to be used to pin that, to be a help to so many people.
Thank you.
That means so much when you got support like this. And Kimberly, from one author to another author today, she's a religious book author like you. How did you enjoy her presentation?
Oh, she did excellent. Keep up the work. Good job, Dr. Trina. Yep, it's so many nuggets in that. Training the children upright, remembering to treat people the way that you really want to be treated. It's everything that you listed off in there is right on time, because sometimes people forget that those are those key things that society is so desperately in need of right now, because some people haven't been taught. Some people have not been taught the right way. And so her book is right on time, is right on point. Make sure you get her book, everyone.
Yes, this is amazing. We got a lot of love and a lot of support for your book. We got Trina, that was excellent. I mean, we got so many people giving love and support to you. If you want to get the book, you can go to the 10K card right now. www.worth personnel development. Here it is. .org. You can get the information there. Put your book up there again so people can see this wonderful book. I'm telling you, folks, you want to get this book. She is an author on the move, and she's doing a great job here on the PIC TV network. And I want to thank you. So, folks, we're going to come right back. We're going to take a commercial break. We have another segment coming up after this, some more authors, but we have to take a commercial break for some advertisement, and then we're going to come right back with this man right here, you guys, the man, the book author he's going to inspire you, encourage you, and motivate you on how his book was written and what his book is all about. All right, folks, we're going to be right back after this commercial. Don't touch that dial. You're watching the PIC TV network. We're on live right now around the world, and we're so excited for all of you who are watching our special presentation at this moment. We'll be right back after this.
David Evans, the president of the PIC TV network, who wanted me to tell all of you book fans that the PIC TV network is on Roku now, hosting a monthly TV virtual book fair with book authors and readers from all over the world. For dates and times, call 215-609-5255 or click and play at www.thepictvnetwork.com. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I
Hey everybody, watching TV Virtual Book Fair. That was a sneak peek of a commercial with Dr. Kimberly's books. And we got something special with that Lady of Wisdom coming up soon too. So folks, I want you to get ready for a presentation from a man who coming on PIC TV Network for the first time, showcasing his book. Terrence, how you doing?
Great. Thank you. You want to see the cover?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it, God's Child. So tell us, Terrence, about God's Child and what motivated you to write this book.
Okay. I was working at Champion Spark Plug Company in Detroit, and it was the affirmative action time, and Champion had hired a Black industrial relations guy to come in and work for them. And he was looking for a Black person that had a master plan. So a friend of mine heard about it and came over and asked me, did I have a master plan? And I told him, master plan? Yes, I have a master plan. He said, well, there was this brother up front that was hired by Champion because of affirmative action, and they were looking for somebody to invest in, because Champion had invested millions of dollars in the race car drivers. And these race car drivers, they were getting paid big money. And as you know, if you know anything about racing, you know that pays big money to be a race car driver. So when the guy, friend of mine, took me up front to talk with Mitch Maples, that was his name. They called him Colonel Mitch Maples because he was a colonel in the military. And I told him I had a master plan. I'd like to do a motion picture based on my coming up in Hamtramck. And when I was born and raised in Hamtramck, at the time, it was 70% Polish, 25% Black, and 5% all other. And we had a wonderful time. And if you don't know about Hamtramck, Hamtramck is a city within a city. Detroit has 2 cities within the city that have their own mayor and city council. And with my being in Hamtramck, I don't want to get off track. With my being in Hamtramck, we grew up as a family. All the people, brothers and sisters, it was just like a village. And it was a great time coming up. And I wanted to show that in a picture, how people can get along from different races and creeds. And they told me that I had great ideals, but I needed more than just ideals, that I needed a book in order to for them to invest in. So I said, well, if it takes writing a book to get this motion picture to show us as a human race coming together, I'll do it, So I started writing the book, and as I was writing the book, I found out that I had taken some tests a long time ago at Champion to become a millwright apprentice. And when I got my scores back, which they didn't never show me, they just told me that I failed by 1%. And I couldn't believe that I failed the test, So I asked Mr. Maples, could he check out these records for me? And when my friend that was with me in his office, Warren, Mr. Maples went out of his office to ask the secretary, where are these records? He wanted to see my score, and the secretary told him that the scores, the test results were in his office. So he came back into the office and opened up this filing cabinet and started searching through the records. And he came to my name and he seen that I had passed by 2.5%, where they told me I failed by 1%. So I was really a little upset, but I didn't really complain. I just continued to write, and to get that book together. And it was a couple weeks later, Mr. Maples came to my job area and asked me to go for a walk with him. And we went for a walk and he told me, well, I've got to leave Champion. I'm going to work for health, education, and welfare. And if you need me, contact me. But whatever you do, make sure you write that book and get it published. And I thought, okay, well, I'm going to continue, because that's a big deal, getting a company like Champion to finance a motion picture where they finance racing, So when I was continuing to write, Mr. Maples, when he left Champion Spark Plug, my wife and I went to see this movie. It was called Detroit 9000, and it was about a corrupt mayor that we had. And this mayor was named Kavanaugh, and he was caught stealing money and doing a lot of corrupt things. And in this picture was Colonel Mitch Maples. And I was really shocked because I didn't know. And it turned out that Mr. Maples was an FBI agent investigating Champion and the city. Any person or organization that had anything with government, which Champion had government contracts, they had to abide by the law, be fair, and plus, like I say, it was affirmative action. So when I get back to that part, when I seen that picture, I was just impressed. And I said, wow, so I continued to write. And when I finished the book, I took a copy to Champion Spark Plug. And when they read the book, they came to the part where I had exposed them for cheating me on this test. And they were really upset. They said, well, we can't really produce this into a motion picture because, you're making us look bad. And I was 27 at the time, young, didn't really know that much, about the law and my rights. So I just, forgot about it. But I continued selling my book and promoting my book, and after that process, I had gotten involved in a class action lawsuit. And this class action lawsuit was about how the publishing company exploited me also, and I was under contract for like 2 years, and then they terminated it. So I sued them because they had violated my contract 3 or 4 times. And during that process, them violating my contract, I gotten in touch, or it was a class action lawsuit that got in touch with me and asked me to join them. And my lawyer told me that I should join them because it would be much more clout, being under this umbrella. So I was involved with them, and we were suing the publishing company for 25 years, and we won. And I got my money back that I invested and a little bit more. But for the 25-year period that we were in court in the state of New York, it didn't amount to the amount that I had put into the book in the beginning, because 25 years, a lot of interest is incurred, But like I say, my whole purpose for writing the book was to bring us together as a human race. And if you look at the cover of my book, it's a picture of the universe. And in the middle of the picture of my book is a picture of planet Earth, where we all are. And I talk about other planets because I've studied some planets, like Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. And there's another picture of the moon on the cover of that. And, it's very educational to be able to see where you are, because a lot of people don't understand the solar system. And in the background of that picture is a picture of the universe. There are other galaxies, trillions of galaxies. And this is what people need to know, that we live in an infinite universe, but we are all God's children. And that title, God's Child, when I was writing my book, I was trying to figure out a title because I felt no one knew me, and I felt nobody's going to buy my book because I'm nobody. And when I said that, God spoke to my spirit and said, you are somebody, you're God's child. And that's how I got the title of that book, God's Child. But it's a very inspiring book because I went through so many trials and tribulations. I was shot, they tried to charge me with starting a riot in 1964 at the Michigan State Fairgrounds. And fortunately, when I was at the fairgrounds, a riot broke out, and the police on a horse came by and hit me in the top of the head and broke his nightstick over my head. And I was bleeding, and they had to rush me to the first aid area where they just put a patch on it. And then they took me down to a receiving hospital in Detroit and patched me up, but they chained me to a bed. And then they took me from there and they took me to the police station. And that's where they kept me overnight until my cousin that went to the fairgrounds with me told my mom, and she came the next day and got me out. But that's all in the book. I got a lot of stories. There's 21 chapters in it, and it'll make you cry. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you mad. And it's something that people need to see. But my thing is, we were put on earth as a human race to come together, and we were put here at different times. But we just got to recognize, extraterrestrials are real. The government is talking about it. They never talked about it before. I talk about it in my book. And when I wrote my book, and talked about extraterrestrials, people thought I was crazy back then, because that was in 1975 when I got my book published. But today, the government is exposing that extraterrestrials are real, but they are the ones that put us on planet Earth a long time ago. This is my belief, and I strongly believe that, because in Hamtramck, I was taught that, there were 3 groups of people that were put on planet Earth. It was the Caucasian, the Mongoloid, and the Negroid. And we were put here to learn how to live in harmony. And if we continue the war and do what we're doing, we won't be able to leave our solar system because the extraterrestrials are much more advanced than what we are, and they won't allow us to go out anywhere. We got to keep our mess here and get it together on Earth before we can go out into the universe and explore, and I'm quite sure most of you know who Elon Musk is, where he's building all these rockets and he's planning on going to Mars. I don't want to talk too long, because
we're gonna get you back on the spotlight because you got a whole presentation. I mean, it was so good. Melvise, I believe you can help him even more with his book getting out there to the next level of people around the world. Even what he had to say was pretty on pinpoint because he was speaking from his heart too.
Yeah, I was listening to his story. I'm like, wow, this is a real interesting story. I actually want to read your book. I wrote down your website. I'm going to go order a copy. I think it's really great because a lot of us don't know what, the previous generation went through, back in the 60s and 70s, 50s, 60s, 70s. And, discrimination is real, of course, with the company lying to you like that. That's, it's great that you were able to expose them, and they shouldn't have been biased against you because you revealed the truth. I'm very, very happy that you were able to receive some type of restitution for what you've been through and that you have gotten your story out there. And I pray that a lot of people get to read it and know. And then your point about the place where you live in Michigan, about everybody coming together and actually, we can all live together. We don't have to be all this the divisiveness that's going on in this country right now is totally and completely unnecessary, unhealthy, ungodly. We don't have to live like that. We can all live together in peace, in harmony, help each other, uplift each other, support each other. That's what we should all do, is just as human beings and as God's children.
Wow, I'm excited, folks. We watched the PIC TV Network Book Fair Marathon. We just had Terrence on. We got one more person to bring up today, and that is the Lady of Wisdom. We have people on the next segment. They are in the stage and are getting ready to pop on. They are already excited about coming in on the next segment. I see Monique just popped in to say howdy doody, one of our PIC TV Network. Lovebirds, the crybaby is in the room.
Hey everybody, hello.
We thank God for you. We got to interview the Lady of Wisdom, and then we're going to wait for our next group. They're waiting patiently. They're in our next segment. Lady of Wisdom, let me bring you up right quick to the screen so we can talk to you about everything you're doing. I want to say thank you, Lady of Wisdom, because what you have done for our network is amazing. The people you brought on, your television show on Channel 999 with your daughter, you stuck with me through thick and thin. You just gave me an idea, and I'm going to show that in the next segment, of how I went to the rehab center, and it's all on Instagram, and just gave away books and products, and Kimberly's books was given away, and your books, and Lady Wisdom, God has blessed you. Let's talk about your book and the timing of your book's title and how it fits into to where we are today.
Wow. The timing is, it's interesting, Dr. Evans, as we talk about the book, the timing. Ecclesiastes talks about to everything there's a season, a time, and a place. When I was getting ready to release Mama's Book of Prayers, I was unhappy about a few things. And I said, no, I'm not going to do it. And the Spirit of the Lord says, you know what? I didn't tell you that there might not be some little things that you want to correct, but this is the season that this book must go out. Because what I have anointed it to do, it is required in the position and places that people will find themselves. So Mama's Book of Prayers has just been an anointed gift. And to have all of the positive response, and people who will tell me, it was amazing. The lady said to me the other night, she said, your book lies beside me on my desk. And when I cannot sleep at night, she said, I pick your book up and I read the prayers and it puts me to sleep. She said the other night I was so weary over a situation because her sister has bone cancer. And she said, when I got through reading about 10 of the prayers, I went to sleep, and she said it was the best sleep I've had in the last 5 years. To have young people who say, you know what, I thank you for guiding me because you make it so plain and simple to us that you're not preaching to us prayer, but you're sharing the power of prayer. Because we know what? Prayer works. If you're in a situation, and we're all in some type of situation, and you're in need of a light, that light is that inner working of the power of Jesus Christ operating in us. And you have to call on that light. But he gives us a word. He says, I hover over my word to perform it. So the way Mama's Book of Prayers is written, it's written based on scriptures in the Bible that affirm the promises that God has made to all of us concerning what he wants to do in our lives. So I'm just excited about it. I've been so privileged to have a channel on $9.99 on PIC TV, for you to bless me with that, to be the only person to have their own channel on PIC TV. Again, it's a favor of God. So in the book, we talk about favor. We talk about death. We talk about learning how to get over abusive situation. We deal with the affirmations. The book is designed, and God gave me this word, Dr. Evans, and it blew me away the first time I heard it in the spirit. He said the workbook, which is this book right here, he said the workbook is a heal thyself workbook. That as you read it and as you begin to write and you identify the scriptures, because the scriptures are found in the journal. All of the scriptures are written out in the journal. But in the workbook, you have an opportunity to refer back to those scriptures and write your prayers. We teach people how important it is to write your children's names down that you are praying for, to call their name out loud. We talk about the importance of recognizing that you have to applaud yourself. You can't always look at what went wrong, but always turn it to what is good, because we have a word from the Lord. He says to us very clearly that the enemy has sent for bad. I will do what? I will turn it for your good. But then you have to have that transformation of mind, that you're no longer going to operate in a venue of negativity, but you're going to operate in a venue of positiveness. I can do all things through Jesus Christ. And it starts with me developing a personal relationship. And that personal relationship begins with prayer. So that's what the book is all about. It started out as a dedication to my mama, because my God, throughout my life, and even now she's 92 years old, will be 93 next month. And she still calls her children's name in prayer. She's still reminding us. One day I was so exhausted. You said to me the other day, Mama's healthier than you are, because we have so much we're trying to do. And she said, I said, Ma, I'm so tired. I don't think I can do any more today. And she looked at me and she said, oh yeah, you know how to get it done. She said, God gives you the strength to get it done. So I am thankful that the prayers she shared with me, the prayers that God has taught me from praying for people in ministry in my 30 plus years of ministry, is now in a book to help people get through their processes. Because guess what? We all need help. But God has promised us that when we pray his word back to him, he's going to honor that word. And that's what Mama's Book of Prayer is all. So I thank you for the work to be a business manager. So thank you to Terry and to I have her right here beside me. I said a few minutes ago, and I had to text it in Trina. She has tips on hope, and that's important, because we have tips of affirmation that you have to see yourself read out loud to a first spirit. Because guess what? It's going to send activity. You have the power to send positive thoughts, because actions are true. What you send out, the law of attraction is real. What you send out ultimately is going to return to you. So think positively, act positively, more importantly, pray the word of God and watch him perform what he has said he will do. Thank you so much, Dr. Evans.
No, thank you, Lady of Wisdom. It's so wonderful to have you, to be a part of the PIC TV Network family, a manager on our network, having your own show on channel 999. Everybody needs to go there and watch the Lady of Wisdom television channel on 999. Folks, it's big. It's amazing. Well, this is the PIC TV Network Virtual Book Fair, number 7, religious book authors. You've seen them. I'm going to ask all the authors to put their book up. Get your books. Monique, get yours. Kimberly, get yours. We're going to let the whole world know, yay! We got book authors out there. Jack Rabbit, we got those out there. Everybody, we want to get these books from these book authors. Now we're gonna showcase them for 30 days on channel 935 on the PIC TV network. So you're going to see the repeat over and over and over again. Put those books back up there so everybody can screenshot them. I love this. This is beautiful. I feel so honored. Thank you, Written Words Publishing. Thank you, Dr. Linda, who's going to be coming out with her book real soon, and a TV show on the PIC TV network. Everybody's excited. Don't forget to look at the repeats. And we got another show coming up. We have people in the back office right now on the next stage getting ready to come on for the next show on the PIC TV network. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes for our next segment on PIC TV. Don't touch that dial or we're going to get you. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for your time.
And your goals to help you reach your family's dreams of financial wealth and independence. We feel everyone should be able to live the life they want to live, regardless of the amount of money you make. Protect your financial future with financial knowledge and education. Call TLC Financial at 757-675-2427 and start living the life you want right now.
What's your new TV network you're going to be watching?
PIC TV.
There you go. Wow, that is amazing. How old is he?
I say 10 months.
10 months, and he's got PIC TV at 10 months old. Look at that. That's our brand new member of the PIC TV network, folks. He is so happy.
He is a good happy baby.
Wow. Go PIC TV.
Timmy, man, I'm popping with good vibes because the PIC TV network is on Roku with free channels. I want everybody to help my bro David Evans at PIC. Get it? Love. Y'all, it's your boy Ro Timmy, man. I'm popping with good vibes because the PIC TV network is on Roku with free channels. I want everybody to help my bro David Evans and PIC. Get it? Love.